There were a few people that just out and out believed that women should not have been there.
Uh-huh.
And they believed that women were not innately funny.
Number 10, Charles Rocket versus Eddie Murphy.
And now, Weekend Update with anchorman Charles Rocket.
Good evening, I'm Charles Rocket. Here now, the news.
Did you know that Lorne Michaels wasn't always the SNL showrunner? Michaels, as well as the show's original cast, exited SNL prior to the 1980-81 season, ushering in a tumultuous production era which saw low morale and high turnover. Charles Rocket, hired for this season, had been groomed by new executive producer Gene Doumanian to be the show's new breakout star.
In Las Vegas, where none of the hotels and casinos conform to present city fire codes and where ladders only reach the 9th floor, many of the taller hotels, in an effort to reassure their guests, have incorporated the special linen fire escape devices pictured here.
After an embarrassing gaffe that saw Rocket use the F-word live on air, the show turned its focus to the newly hired Eddie Murphy, who went on to become a massive superstar and is sometimes credited with having saved the show. Rocket, bitter at being passed up, is alleged to have openly hated Murphy.
If this does not work, call on one of the guardian angels and we shall come and kick him in the groin 16 times.
Number 9, Julia Sweeney versus male cast and writers. No one can deny that the SNL seasons starring Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, and David Spade are some of the most iconic and memorable. But for Sweeney, being one of the only women during the Bad Boys of SNL era didn't work out well. She did find success with her androgynous character Pat.
What a wonderful surprise!
But other than that, Sweeney was relegated to few line parts and background characters. After her 4th season, she left the show to pursue other projects, including the feature film It's Pat.
I hopped aboard that bus, knowing that I was on the road to fame and fortune.
She's since gone on to have a lengthy movie and TV career, with several successful one-woman shows. That'll show 'em, Julia. Number 8, Will Ferrell versus Chris Kattan. Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan were beloved during their times on SNL, with characters like the Roxbury guys still making us laugh hysterically. However, things allegedly got frosty during production for the A Night at the Roxbury movie.
What?
Kattan, in his memoir, claims he was pressured by SNL creator Lorne Michaels to pursue a romantic relationship with a prominent potential director for the movie. Kattan reportedly went along with it and maintained that Ferrell then disapprovingly gave him the silent treatment before ending the friendship.
No! Stop talking to me!
Fine, my pleasure.
Good!
Fine.
Nice!
We hope they can mend fences and bring the Roxbury guys back at least one more time.
Hey, for this wedding! What are you doing? Oh, don't put up in your head! That is so dumb! Stupid head!
Number 7, Victoria Jackson versus everyone. When you think of labels to describe SNL cast members, religious conservative isn't necessarily the first thing that springs to mind. But Victoria Jackson reportedly rubbed numerous cast members the wrong way for, among other reasons, proselytizing about her faith.
First of all, I'm a mother first, and I'm a Christian second, and I'm a wife/lover third, and I'm a housekeeper fourth, and fifth, I'm a news reporter, Dennis, fifth in my priorities.
Some also took issue with her demeanor and even her high-pitched voice, which Jackson says is caused by a medical condition.
Woody!
What?
Woody's related to Woody Allen!
In a confrontation with cast member Al Franken, Jackson reportedly suggested it was her mission to save the other cast members from hell. Jackson has become even more outspoken about her beliefs since leaving SNL.
I know when I was 6 years old, I learned in Baptist church, if you love Jesus, the world will attack you because they hate Christ.
Number 6, Jim Breuer versus Adam McKay. It's well known that writers and cast members duke it out to get their sketches on air. But no cast member has been quite as vocal about this challenge as Jim Breuer. In the years since he left SNL, he's spoken profusely about his run-ins with head writer Adam McKay. That name might sound familiar. He co-wrote famous comedies like Anchorman and directed Oscar-nominated films like Don't Look Up. Back in their SNL days, McKay and Breuer frequently butted heads about sketches.
I think I may be, and I want to challenge all SNL cast and writers, I may be the last one that threatened violence.
In fact, producer Lorne Michaels asked Jim to play nice with McKay. When he said he wouldn't, Brewer was promptly let go from the show after only 3 seasons.
I went to my refs and went, I don't want to be on that show anymore if he's the main person.
Number 5. Tracy Morgan versus Chris Kattan and Sherry O'Terry. SNL cast members are professionals, so it's not easy to tell just by watching who does and doesn't like each other. Aside from Jimmy Fallon, Tracy Morgan said he also had a conflict with 2 of his castmates, the aforementioned Chris Kattan and Sherry O'Terry. In his autobiography, I Am the New Black, Morgan says, in very profane terms, that he received poor treatment from Kattan and O'Terry, and mocked the state of their post-SNL careers. And he didn't just leave it there. When the time came to record the audiobook, Morgan went further into his issues with the stars. Be good to Tracy Morgan, or he won't be good to you.
Man, just plead your case before I throw your freaky deaky ass out of my courtroom.
Number 4. John Belushi versus female writers and cast. John Belushi is widely considered to be one of the best cast members in the history of SNL. But it seems that his views on gender were anything but good. According to fellow cast member Jane Curtin, Belushi and others involved with crafting the show did their best to prevent material from female writers from getting through the draft stage.
There were a few people that just out and out believed that women should not have been there. And they believed that women were not innately funny.
Right.
And so those were the experiences that I had that were sexist.
And Belushi also reportedly claimed on numerous occasions that women were not funny. While a cast member doesn't have to like every idea they're offered, they obviously don't have to take it to an offensive and wrong generalization.
He'd rather have more office space! He's probably never seen the Rockettes! He probably never saw Grimm's fairy tales or tried down that fountain!
Number 3. Mike Myers versus Dana Carvey.
Wink world! Wink world! Party time! Excellent!
The stars behind one of SNL's greatest duos, Wayne's World hosts Wayne and Garth, were not always so friendly behind the scenes. There were reportedly some pretty big wedges between Mike Myers and Dana Carvey.
You know, it's funny, when we see each other, we just talk all over each other.
Word was that Myers tried to keep Carvey from playing Garth in the first Wayne's World movie since he didn't want to be potentially outshone.
What am I, some sort of chimp? With you as always as Garth? Jim to your Marlon Perkins?
Carvey also reportedly had a grudge, claiming that Myers had stolen his impression of Lorne Michaels and used it for the Dr. Evil character in the Austin Powers film.
Okay then. We hold the world ransom for $100 billion.
Myers and Carvey have reunited multiple times since SNL, so bygones may be bygones.
Right, Garth? Yeah, right, and monkeys might flatter my butt.
Yeah, all right.
Number 2. Chris Kattan versus Norm Macdonald. Chris Kattan is certainly no stranger to SNL feuds. In a Rolling Stone interview, cast member Norm Macdonald, not known for his sense of restraint, had some choice words about Kattan, saying, among other things, that he didn't think Kattan was funny.
And I don't know what happened. He just started... Like Garth Brooks was, we did like a pitch meeting, and he started saying things in the pitch meeting like, you don't want to do it.
Kattan is quoted in the same article as calling Macdonald an offensive word that starts with an A.
Are you sure they understand what you're saying?
This all took place when both Kattan and Macdonald were on the show, and according to at least one source, Macdonald didn't keep his dislike for Kattan private on set either. However, after Macdonald unexpectedly passed away in 2021, Kattan revealed that the feud had been partly embellished for the sake of the media, and that these two wildly different comedians actually shared a mutual respect and a, quote, comedic love.
Frankly, usually I try to have some kind of ironic twist or moral in these things, but I got nothing.
Number 1. Chevy Chase versus Bill Murray. There have been plenty of disagreements between SNL cast members, but this one became physical. When Chevy Chase returned to SNL as a host, he wasn't welcomed by all. Chase was confronted by Murray, and it soon turned from a war of words into a more intense altercation, right before airtime.
And basically, words were said just before the show.
Oh,
I was supposed to go in the makeup room, and he got me.
That makes it easy.
He got me really pissed. I finally went to his dressing room just before the show and said, and opened the door and said, "If you say something like that again, I'm gonna." Whatever.
Things stopped before it had a chance to really get ugly, but apparently there was no sustained animosity between Murray and Chase, and the two later shared a memorable scene together in Caddyshack.
Buddies for life, I think. I'll drop by. You drop by my place anytime.
In an interview with Howard Stern, Chase revealed that although not close, they are friendly with one another and are on good terms.
Yeah, if someone invites you, you'll go.
Yeah, and I think we've made an effort over the years to get to know each other better and to put that stuff behind.
Who is your favorite SNL cast member of all time? Let us know in the comments. Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.